Hi guys, bienvenue sur ma channel. My name is Ifelua Ishala. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for sticking that notice returning back to my channel. And if you are new here, welcome to the family. Please do go through some of my videos. If you like the vibes here, which you will, click on the subscribe button, turn on your notification, post and give this video a thumbs up. In today's video, guys, before we even go to what we are going to be doing today's video, are you guys seeing this? Are you seeing this? Just let me brag. Let's do vague moments for a while. I actually did this hair myself. And before I sat down to film, I was with my wig, and I was just like, why? After do you know how many hours you spent on making this hair? All my shoulders are numbed. Like I don't even know when I'm gonna recover. But we tried. Even I did 2 steps. Yeah. Well, I don't know if the lines are straight, but for the effort we're gonna give. I'm just feeling myself. I'm so glad that I've gotten to this point, because when I first came into the UK, it was really hard trying to do cornrows for myself. And I remember the day I wanted to do cornrows and the person told me £25. That was the day I knew that the Lord has blessed my hands and I know how to do my thing by myself. So I came back home that day, I watched a YouTube video, I sat down and I made cornrows myself. And from there, babe, let's almost shop. Anyway, guys, in today's video, it's more like a follow-up of the grocery video I did. If you've not watched that, I don't know what you are doing. Please make sure you watch that. I'm going to be linking somewhere here. And today, I'm just going to be talking on how much we spend on bills for a family of 2. So if this sounds like something you are interested in, come on, tell me. Alright guys, so like I mentioned, I will be talking and giving you a rundown on how much we spend in a month for a family of 2. So for context, right, my husband and I moved to the United Kingdom some years back. We came for my master's program, and one of my most asked videos, should I say most wanted videos, is how much we spend in a month as a family of 2. And I've done the groceries, which I'll be linking somewhere here, and then I'll be talking more about how much we spend basically. So just before we go into the video, I'd like you to know that I would be giving round figures mostly because I try to just approximate, because there are some months that we probably do not spend up to that month, or there's some months that we spend less or things like that. So but the figure I'll be giving is whether we spend less or more, we usually do not oversee that. Okay, so that is just to help probably your family of 2 coming into the UK, probably Wales for example, and you're coming in, you want to have an idea of how much you're going to be spending in a month. I hope this video finds you and help you. Okay, and also another thing I want to mention is I will be talking about my environment. That is where I live. I live in Wales, okay? And the standard of living in Wales is relatively cheap. The standard of living is kind of low, okay? So that applies to Wales. Now, that doesn't mean whatever I say here applies to other part of the UK, because I don't live there. I don't know how things are there, but I mean, it's general knowledge that England is expensive compared to Wales, okay? So that being said, let's just start the story. So first thing first, you need a house. Where are you gonna stay? Where do you want to visit? But you need a house, okay? So, and for the house rent, we stay in a furnished apartment and we pay £700 in a month for our house rent. Like I said, approximately, we don't usually exceed that in a month. And there are different types of apartments in the UK, or should I say there are different types of houses. So you might have a furnished house, part furnished and unfurnished, okay? So for furnished house, it means that it comes with everything that is needed to be in a decent house. So we're talking about the couch, we're talking about bed, we're talking about mattresses, we're talking about freezer, dishwasher, washing machine, things you would need day-to-day living like comfortably comes with the house. Yeah, that's what a furnished house is. Then for part furnished, most of the part furnished house that I've seen is usually having a fitted kitchen rather. So the kitchen is fitted. It means that it has all the necessary things in the kitchen, like the kitchen hob, freezer, washing machine, dishwasher, all those things is fitted in the kitchen. But for like the living room and the bedroom, you have to be responsible for that. And for the unfurnished, it means that there's nothing in the house. It just comes as a shell. You're the one that will need to put everything you want in that house, furnish it to how you like it and things like that. So we stay in a furnished apartment because it just fits into our budget right now. It fits into where we are right now, and we're just okay, with what we have. So That's what we do. So we spend £700 in a month. Now moving to the things that we now spend on inside the house. Okay, yeah. So the first thing is of course water, water, water. Water tap, yeah. So on water we spend £38 in a month, and that is for the both of us. So for water, of course, there's always like a fixed tariff for water. So what you do is when you move into your apartment, you're new in a place, you give the government a call, depending on whatever agency that is handling the provision of water in your area or in your county or in whatever part of the UK you are. So you give them a call, they ask you some simple questions, and then they make an estimation of is it gallons of water. There's a way they just judge meter, yeah. There's a way they kind of calculate how much you're going to be using, like how much you're going to spend on water, how many times you'll be using the water and things like that. Then they give you an estimated amount. So the good thing about this, because I know some of you will already start like, what if I do not use water like that? What if I only bathe once in a week? Anyway, you don't use up to the amount at which you're being charged every 6 months. That is for my own provider. Every 6 months, they usually give a breakdown. So what they do is they ring you, ask you to take a picture of your meter reading, send to them, and they use that to calculate how much water you've used. I don't know how much fit into this context, but to just know like the measurement of the water you've used basically for that period. So they calculate that, and then they calculate with the amount you've paid as well. So if you've paid, like if the amount you paid, you've not spent up to that, they usually tend to roll over your credit to the next year. So that helps you for the next year. Or you can choose to get a refund depending on whatever it is you agree with your provider. Okay, so that's that about water. Another thing that we spend on is electricity. So I'm going to be talking more on electricity, because for electricity we spend approximately £70 in a month for the both of us, and that's because we use more of the electric than the gas. Okay, so for our electric, our bed heater is electric, our standing heater is electric. I use the electric for filming as well, my lightings and everything is for electric. What do we use electric for again? Bathing, we use electric. We use electric watching film, charging phones. We use more of electric, and that's why we spend £70 on our electric. And then for gas, we spend £50 in a month, and that's because most, like I said, most of the things we use for eating are electric, so we rarely use the gas. So we usually just turn on the gas so that the house is not damped. It helps with the mold and things like that. That's why we turn on the heater, like the gas heater, in the house. But most of the time, we always use electric standing heater, which is more easier, and our bed heater as well. So for gas, we spend £50 because, of course, we need hot water, especially because it's cold. So you need hot water probably for washing up and things like that. Yeah. So we've spent £50. And on electric, we spend £70. Okay. So the next thing I'm going to talk about is our data, which is the Wi-Fi. So for Wi-Fi, we spend £24 on that, which all this thing I'm saying is definitely going to be increasing in April, because of course, if you're following the news in the UK, there's inflation, increase in everything. So we've been getting invoices and messages, memos that they're gonna increase all these things, had more money to hit. By the time I'm filming this video, I spent £24 on our data and Wi-Fi, like the Wi-Fi, which provides us data. So basically the Wi-Fi in the house helps, like it carries all the devices in this house, including my laptop, my phones, the TV as well, because we use a smart TV. So it helps with that as well. So we spend £24 on data. Another thing I'm going to talk about is groceries, which I'm not going to spend more time because I have a whole video dedicated to that, which I'll be linking somewhere here. But for groceries, usually before that was before all this thing increased and everything, we usually spend like £100 or £110 on groceries. But now in a month, we spend like £300 approximately in a month for the both of us. And another thing I'll talk about is our phone bills, for calling on our phones. Probably we'll have a data subscription on the phone. Everything that has to do with our phone, basically, you spend £120 in a month. And on transportation, which is including like whether we're taking the bus or we're taking taxi and things like that, we spend roughly £180 in a month. Now, of course, this is dependent on whether we have much engagement outside. But if it is just like the triangle way of life, which is like work, church, home, then we usually do not spend up to this, but we have a lot of engagement, probably where we need to travel to another city, travel out of Swansea, travel to visit somebody or have a program or things like we're constantly using the cab and the bus and everything. Then approximately we spend close to like £180 in a month. Now another thing I'm going to talk about is eating out. And for eating out, we spend like £100. Now that is not monthly. There's some months that we don't even spend up to £20 on eating out. There's some months that we spend like £50, £60, but approximately we don't spend more than £100. So that includes whether we're being invited for a birthday party or we're going out on a date night, or we decide to treat ourselves in like order food in instead of cooking, things like that. I mean, we try to order in food, especially when we just get paid at the end of the month, just like appreciate the both of us for working hard that month. If you get what I mean. Yeah, so we usually order food, but what we try to do is we do not, no matter what it is, exceed £100. Okay. Now another thing I'm going to be talking about is our offering and tithe. Now of course I don't need to start preaching to you whether I should be giving offering or I should not be giving tithe. It is a clear instruction. Anyway, for our offering and our tithe, of course, we know 10% of our earnings go into different organizations and charity organizations we help back home. So that was we use our tithe for, and then our offering, of course, a percentage of our earning also going to that, which I'm not going to tell you because, of course, it's personal between myself, my husband, and God. You get that? Yeah. Now, another thing I'm going to be talking about is the black tax, and this is necessary, of course. I mean, this is not you going out of your way, but that people you just help back home, either friends, family members, for us, we have a lot of charity organization we partner with. We have a lot of ministries that we support, things like that. So for that, we usually spend up to like £100 in a month for that as well. So whatever it is we're able to send that month, depending on the people we're sending to as well, it's not just 1 month that we send to everybody. So this month we might send to like 2 or 3 people, next month 2 or 3 organizations and things like that. So we usually spend £100 on that as well. And then for council tax, we spend approximately £150 for that, and that is usually dependent on the band at which your area falls in. So we have band A, B, C, D, E. I think there's E, right? So the beautiful thing, or should I say the weird thing about this band is how are we going to explain this now? Like if you're band B, you pay more than the person that is band A. If you're band C, you pay more than the person that is in band B. If you're in band D, you pay more than the person that is in band C, like that. So that's how it works. So luckily for us, we're band B, and yeah, we pay approximately £140+ in a month. And this is of course out of whether we have some responsibilities and things we need to pay back, probably a credit card or something that we need to pay back. We actually do not have credit card. We try to avoid that, but that is necessary to build your credit score. But anyway, all in total, we spend £1,800 in a month, averagely. Now, like I said in the beginning of this video, there are times that we do not spend up to this. There are times that we don't even spend up to half of what I've said, okay, depending on how that month is, because there are some months that we just be quiet. There are some months that there's a lot of activities, just like as we are going into like May now. For us, we spend so much in May because May is like my birthday, my husband's birthday, our anniversary. So we spend so much in May, we spend so much in February, we spend so much in which other month is that important to us? We spend so much in August as well, spend so much in December. Like I said, it just depends on how that month is, depends on how much we plan to spend that month. But averagely in a month we spend like £1,800, and that is for a family of 2 for us. So yes, that is that about that. I really hope this video has helped somebody or help a family or give you an idea of things to use. And another tip I'm going to add is, if you are here with your family and you are a student or your spouse is a student, maximize that your studentship. If there's any English like that, maximize it. Whatever bill you want to pay for, probably you want to ring them for data, let them know that you are a student so you can get a student discount. You want to ring for water, let them know you are a student so you can get a student discount. You want to cancel tax as a student, you're not even supposed to be paying council tax if you're a student. So make sure you read that on the website and you're not supposed to be paying what you're not supposed to pay, okay? And for your phone bills, let them know you're a student. In short, don't hide the fact that you're a student, because there are a lot of discounts there are a lot of discount that you get. Sometimes you're exempted from paying on some of these bills. Sometimes you're given like as far as 50% discount, So don't be ashamed that you're a student. Wear it proudly, boldly, and let them know, because these things helps you save money as well. And another thing I'm going to say is try to eat in than eating out. I know this is more like an advice coming from somebody that doesn't like eating in my house, but sincerely, you're gonna save a lot of money eating inside than eating out, because it's just now that things are getting expensive that you find out that some ingredients you need to make a simple food is even more expensive than you getting that food outside. But if you want to start calculating the delivery fee, the service charge, and everything, you might as well just eat in the house. But I'm not ruling out that you shouldn't go out as well or hang out on things like that. But try to, cut it down, and at the same time, try to like watch the number of functions you go to. Because I know, here where we go for birthday parties, not all, but here when we go for birthday parties, some of these birthday parties include that you fund yourself. Okay, so even though you are going for a birthday party, you are going to pay for your food. Nobody's paying for your food. Okay, of course, there are other birthday parties that I've attended that I didn't spend a dime, but that doesn't mean that they do not like you or anything like that. It's just the way system works here. Okay, so if there are some of these things that you can cut down on, it's not all birthday you must go. It's not all naming you must go. It's not, like there are just some things that you can cut down if you feel like they are not mandatory. You get what I mean? Like, no need to use all my mouth to talk. There's a way you can cut them down for you to be able to save. And that about that. I think I've covered everything. So thank you so much, guys, for watching the video to this point. If you have not subscribed, I don't know what you're waiting for. Please hit the subscribe button, turn on your notification bell so you will be alerted whenever I drop a new video. And do well to give this video a thumbs up, because that usually communicate to YouTube that the video is important, and then it can reach as many people as possible. So please don't forget to always hit the thumbs up and engage with me in the comment section. Probably you're a family of 2. How much do you spend? Do you think the standard of living here is lower than where you are, or is it higher than where you are, depending on wherever part you are? But like I said, this is my family, this is what we spent. How we manage our finances is totally different from every other person. Okay, so do well to engage me in the comment section, respectfully, of course, and just so that we can learn from one another. So thank you, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.